FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that checking to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No call. For real. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Detroit Lions. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Taylor will throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor, eluding the pressure right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 42 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. Flushed out right. Throw left side complete. It's Thompson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Now the rookie from NC State, this is Nyheim Hines. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. It's second down. Dalton looking. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Dalton throwing on second down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's 3rd and 5.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
To the right side, incomplete to Njoku. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And an alley to run. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. The Lions had the fewest third down conversions on the ground in the NFL in 2017. What will they do here on 3rd and short? On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Darren Fells punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And New York set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Now it's Taylor. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. And now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Check. Over here. Yes. 368!
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here we go. Heavy.
Dalton, 1st and 10. A dump underneath to Jones. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Crowder from 13 yards out. And the Lions are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around, and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
On 3rd down, Taylor. He's going to air one out. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Crowder now to return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing, Dalton looking for Shep, and that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down, Dalton. His throw caught at about the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Escaping the pressure right. He's got Thompson here, complete. Working across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
And there's Tyrod Taylor doing what he does best. Look, he's taken a few lumps along the way, and some people haven't believed in him, but this is where he excels, outside of the pocket, making plays.
As prolific with his legs as any quarterback in the league?
I would say yes to that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Stripe into Lion territory. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
Slow.
On second down, here's Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Taylor. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And going deep for Hill. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Third and long, it's Taylor. Buying time to his left. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Dalton here from the gun. On the catch, it's Crowder. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And New York set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Will Fuller was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Slow. Z.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we reach halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a first down carry by Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. 3rd and 2 for Dalton. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. That's Njoku over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he is out of bounds here on the return. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play, right?
That's caught inside the 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 63 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on second and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now it's Taylor. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jayon Brown not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
So here come the Lions now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is through. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
368! There you go, 368!
Dalton now to pass. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. He's going to let this go deep. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyreek Hill, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. And his kick is right through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So out now come the Lions. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
This is Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And New York set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Detroit! Detroit!
Matt Moore, the backup, ready for his first throw. And going deep for Hill. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyreek Hill with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, lost the football. But I believe a Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
368!
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it'll bring up 3rd down. But not to get too overcritical there, because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it. And he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton being chased out left. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
368!
4th down, Dalton wants to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and it's a touchdown for the Jets. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Dalton, 1st and 10. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Danielle Hunter in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Barrett trying to lay one up deep. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
The end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Flex round! Flex round!
And the blitz does come. He's going to float this over the middle deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for New York. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On third down, Barrett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. You and I have seen a lot of special comebacks. This one pretty much unbelievable. Roaring all the way back from that huge deficit, now in the driver's seat.
Take the numbers out of it. It seemed insurmountable. It seemed monumental, like no chance you could get that done, but they did. Let's go back to the 92 NFL season, 93 playoffs. Houston, Buffalo, in Buffalo. Houston with the monster lead, and here come the Bills all the way back to win it.
Led by Frank Reich, correct?
Yes, Frank Reich was the quarterback. He'd done it in college a few times. He did it in the pros with the Bills. How old were you then?
I was 10, but I remember it. And Detroit getting set to go now. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Trey Flowers picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
That one looks like he'll throw here. They're going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the play.